Hey guys, this is Andrew with rockclass101.com. Today we are going to be doing a comparison between a $100 ukulele, a concert-size ukulele, versus a $50 soprano-size ukulele. And the two brands we're looking at are Mitchell and Makala. Okay? Now, this video is geared more towards your first ukulele purchase. And it's in specific, what is the difference in the price like we just mentioned, but what about what size do I get? Because as ladies will tell you, size does matter. So, looking at the soprano size, we obviously notice it's a bit smaller, right? So there's three main sizes for ukulele: soprano, concert, and then tenor. And you may be thinking, well, where is the tenor? I don't have one. Because, in my opinion, I don't think the tenor is a great size for a first ukulele. Here's a good rule of thumb. The sound difference between a soprano, a concert, and a tenor goes like this. Starting with the smallest, we get the brightest sound. The loudest, brightest sound. As we go up in size, it becomes a darker, deeper type of tone. So, when people think of a ukulele, they think of this. They think of the soprano. That's the stereotype cliche uke sound. So keep that in mind, right? Now, what about the difference in the price? Because this one costs half as much as this guy. Off the bat, we notice that the $100 concert size uke is just a lot nicer of a finish. And we have pretty binding. The type of wood that they use between both of these, you can tell this is a bit of a higher quality wood. It's a laminated rosewood for the side and the back. To me, it reminds me of my Martin acoustic guitar in the way it looks, okay? While this uses agathis body, which is a cheaper wood, okay? They both have a rosewood fingerboard and bridge, so they share that in common. And then the top here is a laminated spruce. Now, that covers the wood, right? But what about playability? In my opinion, they're pretty much on par. Here's the biggest disadvantage. If you're an adult and you want to get that typical uke sound, you need to get the soprano size. But it's awkward to hold this thing. It is tiny, you're 10 times huger than it is, so you're going to have about a month of awkwardness learning how to hold it and feel comfortable playing it. Not to mention that the fret sizes are a lot smaller than you get on the concert size. So if I was an adult looking to buy, I would go with a concert size ukulele because it's just so much more enjoyable and easier to hold. But if you don't want to sacrifice that sound quality of the standard uke, you do have to go with soprano, but you'll get used to it. So let's do a little comparison playing the Beatles' Norwegian Wood between the soprano, the $50 ukulele, versus the $100. And you guys can decide on your own if you hear a difference. Okay, so now that you guys have heard both ukuleles back to back, here's what I think is best. If you're an adult looking to buy your first uke, I would go with the concert size. It's easier to hold, and the comfort and playability for having wider frets is going to make it a lot more enjoyable for you. Now, if you want to buy this for your child, I would go with the soprano size. And it's cute, it's tiny, they're gonna think it's adorable, and it's a great size for a kid's hand. If you don't want to sacrifice the typical sound of the ukulele as an adult, you do need to go with the soprano as well. And you'll just, like I said, it'll take about a month to get used to being able to hold it and play it comfortably. As far as how both of them look, yes, this $50 one looks really plain, but as a professional musician, I don't care about looks. I care about how it sounds and how it plays. Both of these, playability are on par. Sound is on par. I prefer the typical stereotype ukulele, so soprano is always going to be what I would go with. And if you care more about looks, then definitely get this. But if you want to save $50, this is your best bet. As always, guys, this has been Andrew with rockclass101.com. All the songs you heard today on the demos you can learn on our website. Just go to rockclass101.com. Thanks.